everybody.
Hi, guys.
We're back.
Yes, we know it's been a while. Our last video was about, relationships and marriage, and today we're going to hit you guys with something a little different.
Something a little like this. But, what we're going to talk about today is really, we were just talking earlier to a friend of ours, God's sister, about, when you're set apart and how lonely it can be.
Yes.
And we thought, let's make a video about this. We've been trying to make a video forever. I've been up here I don't know how many times. And we just had to get around to it this time, so we're here.
Yes, we are. And we're going to start the video out with one of my favorite scripture verses, whatever you want to call it. This is from the New International Version, and it is Jeremiah 29, 11th verse. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you hope and a future.
Woo! So,
yes.
Yesterday, we were at good old Reed Temple, and the visiting pastor was talking about pretty much how the children of Israel in the passages before this, leading up to this passage, how they were in exile, and God told them to, while you're in exile, continue to have families, let your children get married, plant gardens, grow things,
yes, live your life.
And one day I will bring you to the promises that I, promised you. And it was it just hit us both so hard because we both have been going through an exilic period. Yes. Where it's really like we both are so alone. Me
yes.
living in Charlotte, and I don't really know anyone that well.
I'm here in D.C. I know some people, but yeah, I've been away, so I'm just keeping it real.
Yeah, and it's not that we don't, like people or don't care for people, but when God sets you apart, He does it for real. Like when He sets you apart and He calls you to a greater purpose, whether you're ready for it or not, He literally just sheds things off of you.
Yes.
And it's not to say that those people are bad or those people are this or those people are that, but literally He's setting you apart so that you can go into your future, not worried about human opinion, not worried about what anybody has to say, but you're literally
spirits off of you. Things you don't need on you, carrying into your next season.
Yes.
All of that.
People who couldn't take seeing you being blessed and would have all negative things to say. He literally is allowing you to go into uncharted waters by yourself with Him and knowing that He's going to allow you to float. And it was funny, we were talking about it earlier. Me and Shakira took a trip to Miami.
Yes.
This past summer. It was a great time. And it was a great time of we relaxed this time. We've been to Miami multiple times before. And this time it was really relaxation, reconnection, rejuvenation.
One with nature.
Yes.
So much fun.
Yes. She had just started her job and I was still believing for my job. God told me to move to Charlotte and that I would have a job there waiting for me. Everybody thought I was crazy. I moved to Charlotte with no job. A lot of people don't know that. And He told me when I stepped foot there that everything I needed would take place. So I got there and got a job. In the first week I was there, it was amazing. With the county, everybody's talking about it takes me 2 years to get on. That's another story. But while we were in Miami, I kept telling her, I love the ocean, I love water, I love to swim. And I kept telling her, let's go further out. Shakira was like, girl, no.
I was like, they ain't about to take me, be over somewhere in Europe or something happening. I know it'll be a long time, but I'm just saying, no.
She was
I'm
like,
too scary.
no, we ain't about to go out deeper. So I'm like, come on. And we literally got out there, and the water was cooler because it was really, really hot. The water was cooler. It was like a fresh breeze out there. It wasn't many people. It was amazing. And so we came back in. It was a little scary because we were far out. And then we came back in, and everything was good. We had a great time. Well, we get back to the ranch, and we're watching the news, and a young girl was killed by an undertow from going a little, and I think she was closer in than we were.
Yes.
Yeah, and it really kind of was like, whoo. And the analogy that the Holy Spirit laid on me while we were talking earlier was that, at this time of us realizing that we're set apart, God is taking us into uncharted waters. He's taking us into uncharted territories. And a lot of people that get to this space of exile, loneliness, where they feel like they're set apart. I know I'm called for greatness, but nobody understands this burden.
Yes.
Nobody understands me moving to a city where I virtually know no one, waiting for a job that didn't exist yet. Nobody understands it. And that same uncharted territory that he's taken me, people have literally died in this space.
Yes.
Woo! There are people who don't make it through this space because it's too much. But we were out there bouncing around and playing like it was nothing.
Fun like it's nothing.
It gets lonely. And there's nothing wrong with that. Find you a Gail. This is my Gail. We each other's Gail. We both Oprah sometimes. We both Gail
sometimes. Yes. I support her. Like, Parker is like my best friend. Like, anything that's going on, I'm like, what you need, how you need it, how much you need.
Right.
I ain't gotta ask what it's for. Okay, I got you. I'm sending it right now.
So supportive of each other. Oh my gosh. And hold each other accountable. Yes. And that's something, if you can find in this season, it's priceless, because I don't know how I would have made it through all this stuff. I mean, sometimes my parents are very supportive of me, but they'll tell you sometimes, they're like, Park, you crazy. I don't know what you're doing. We support you. We know you're going to figure it out, but we just don't know. We don't know what's going on. We don't know what you're thinking. We've never been in this space that you're in, so all we can do is just be here, and Shakira has really been here because we're in this literally together.
Yes. We
know that we have a specific call on our lives, and it's taken us a while to, get to this space, but God has continued to pull on our heartstrings, and it gets to a point where you can't ignore it.
Can't ignore it anymore. You can't continue to run when God is calling you. Y'all, everybody is not called. Let's make that clear. Everyone is not called. Like, everyone's not called, and it's hard and it's scary, and sometimes you don't know. You just don't know sometimes, but the only thing that you can know is that God is the only thing that is constant. Ooh. Like, He is there. He is always here. He has been here in the beginning. He has been here in the end. The Word was with God, and the Word is God. So how can you not sit up here and think that He will not have you? He already knows. He already knows what's going to happen. He already knows what's going to happen. So you're safe. You're literally safest when you're closest to Him.
Yes, that's the safest place you could ever be.
Yes.
In His will. And it's going to be hard going into uncharted territories. And we're not just talking about when God calls you, that means ministry. No. God needs more of us out in the world than He needs in the church. The church is for people where they go to get well. He needs us who know Him and who are still continually getting to know Him to go back out into the world. And He's disseminating us, and He's calling us in different ways.
Yes.
Me personally, I like to preach to people. Other people, they, may do it in a different way. We all are called to prophesy. We all are called to heal. We all are called to speak in tongues and speak, and converse with the Holy Spirit, etc. We all are called to do these things. That's not something that, just a
special
pastor
anointing
has to do.
can do.
No, yeah. When you believe in Jesus, we all were called to do this. And God, He has me doing it on my job all the time. And I don't care, people can say whatever they want. I know that I have affected change in people's lives. God has used me to do that. And I'm going to continue to do it on these videos. I'm going to continue to do it wherever, because somebody needs to hear it. Yes. Somebody needs to know that there is a God out there that loves you and that is looking out for you and has a plan to prosper you.
Yes.
And He knows the plan for your life. Also understand all this social media stuff and all these, y'all, sometimes you need to cut it off. Yeah. Stop comparing yourself to other people's lives. God knows what He has for you. You're not prospering because you over here wondering what Vicky and so-and-so doing when God knows what the plan is for their life, and you don't know what struggles they went through to get there.
Yep.
And sometimes His grace is sufficient and they didn't have to do nothing to get it. But guess what? Yes. That's God's prerogative.
Yep. Yes, comparison is a thief. Ooh, it is a thief. It is a thief of joy. It's a thief of self-esteem.
Ooh, come on now.
It's a thief of just all around, just really truly being your best self and your authentic self. Like, I've been through a whole period, especially going to Howard. You really be looking at some people's lives like, oh my gosh, it's so grand. It's so great. It's so amazing. They're doing great things. They're doing this. They're doing that. But it's also like, but God is calling you to do the same thing. Like, if you would just stop looking at other people's lives and focus on you and your lane and put on your little tunnel vision, so I tell myself, and not look to the right or the left with you, it's going to be fine. You're going to be up there. And also, y'all, stop competing with everybody. There is enough success in this world for all of us. Like, that is my main word for real. Like, there is enough success in this world for everyone. Just because Parker get a Bentley don't deny me of getting a Bentley.
Right.
Just because Parker getting a Mercedes, that don't stop me from getting a Mercedes. Just because Parker got $1 million in her bank account, that don't stop me to get $1 million.
Oh, you know she gonna have $1 million. You already know. If I got it, you know she gonna have it. And it ain't because I necessarily gave it to her. It's because we build each other up like that.
Yes.
All resources I have, I'm gonna share them.
Yes,
I don't have any bars held about that. Anything that I have, I'm gonna share what I have because God has blessed me and my cup overflows.
Yes.
Whatever overflows is for you. And for all y'all women, ladies, men too, your cup overflows. What is your overflow is what's meant to give to others. Yes. If your cup is not full, you have nothing to give to others. You need to make sure your cup is always full.
And overflowing.
Yes. Okay? Make sure your cup, and take time for yourself. Take time to give to things that you want to do and build yourself up. Really, allow God to consecrate you and build you up in who you are supposed to be. There's nothing wrong with being alone and feeling lonely out here and really feeling like nobody understands you. No. You're not supposed to be understood by people that you one day will be commanding. Ooh, come on, y'all. Read the story of Joseph.
Yep.
Read the story of Joseph. His brothers talked so bad about him. And when he was having those dreams, some of you right now are having dreams. Some of you right now have visions. Some of you right now are thinking of businesses, are thinking of, your marriage, the spouse that you want, the house that you want, the car that you want,
the job
you want. And we are a living testimony about some of this stuff. Some of y'all are thinking about this stuff and you're telling it to other people and they're like, oh, it's no way. Oh, it's no way you're going to be there. It's no way. Some of these same people that's telling you that are going to be the same people cleaning your car. Going to be the same people cleaning your house. Yep. Going to be the same people who work for you. And that's exactly what these Bible stories ain't no joke, y'all. This is all out the book. This is all out the book. Joseph had dreams that his brothers were going to be bowing to him like sheaves of, barley or something like that. Yep. Or sheaves of wheat. he had no idea that eventually his brothers will be balancing him because he was going to be a ruler in Egypt.
Yep.
But it also he went through hell to get to being that ruler in Egypt. He was alone in a jail cell.
And a pit.
Persecuted for things that he did not even do.
Didn't even do.
And eventually, come on now. And eventually he got to that prophesied place. You know, some of you need to stop cutting corners too. I said it. I said it. Y'all want to get to the place of being the greatest, but you don't want to go through the place that you have to be in to get to being the greatest. You don't get to being the greatest by being everybody's friend.
You don't get to be the greatest by taking shortcuts.
No, she the best one to talk about this. That's a pet peeve of hers.
You don't. That is a pet peeve. You don't. You have to do. God has really been working on me with doing things correctly. Doing things in the correct order. Doing things how God has ordained and called them to be done. And when you do things that way, of course, you're not going to get to it quick. You're not going to get to it fast. And also, to let y'all know, anything that you get to quick, you need to be asking who sent it.
Say that again. Who was?
Because it probably was sent by the devil. Because anything worth having is worth waiting.
Come on now.
Seriously. And I kid you not. Like, I've been waiting on this job for literally, I'm going to spit it out there, literally 2 years. I was at Bank of America and God told me in July of 2016, it was in 2015 of July 2015, he told me July 2016, you will no longer be working at Bank of America. And I was like, okay, God, like, okay, what am I going to be doing? And he was like, you're going to work for the government. And I was just like, okay, now I ain't never really thought I was going to work for the government. I thought I was going to be in advertising, communications, all of that. But when I tell you, this is the best place that God has placed me, and I really and truly listened to him, and I listened to the blueprint that he gave me. He gives everyone specific directions, whether people believe it or not. If something keeps reoccurring to you over and over and over and over and over again, that means you need to listen to it. Yes. And God is trying to tell you something.
Yes, but the thing is why he's consecrating y'all to be so lonely in this period is that's where you learn how to hear God. You can't hear God when you got all this chatter. You can't hear God when you got 50 million different people giving you their opinions. You can't hear God when you worried about what everybody else is doing and you all up in everybody else's life. Right. You can't hear God when you worried about what this person thinks about me, how this person feels about me. So guess what? He just stripped it from you. So you ain't even have to worry about it. But you so focused on what you lost that you're not worried about what you've gained. You've gained peace. You've gained quality time that you can literally spend doing anything. One of the girl we were talking to today, we were telling her, instead of sitting up here moping around and slipping into a depression, you are great. Why are you not researching great people? Why do you not know about Oprah's life? Why do you not know about P. Diddy's life? Why do you not know about Taraji's life? Why do you not know about Jesus' life? The greatest there is. The GOAT. The greatest to ever do it. Okay? Why do you not know about all these other people who have all gone through periods like this where they felt alone? And still, Beyonce still says she feels alone. And that Jay-Z came at the perfect time because it was so lonely.
Yes.
Who you think Beyonce can sit and have a conversation with majority of the time that can see life as she can see life? I'll wait. Kelly. Her cousin Angie. Solange. That's it.
Yep.
So we're saying all this to say that, this is a period or can be a period of loneliness. Yes. It can be a period of exile. We're going through the same thing. Yes. It's okay. If you're feeling that way, know that you are called to greatness. Yes. And it is not here yet. But you're being prepared for when it happens. So when you are, when he does exalt you to where you're supposed to go, your character is not flawed.
Yes. You'll have amazing character. Y'all know I always say, if y'all ever seen any of my Instagram posts, Facebook post, anything, I always say I am building God's character. I am building godly character. Like, literally. He has to build that character in you. And you know what that character is? The fruits of the Spirit. That is God's character. He don't give you jealousy. He don't give you laziness. He don't give you selfishness. None of that's in the Bible. None of that. Of course, it's in the Bible, but it's not talked about as in like something to be glorified. Like, no, He gives you the fruits of the Spirit. Let me go put the fruits of the Spirit right there.
Pull them all up so we can say it. List them all. Because I got my favorites, but I can't do that. I gotta work on all of them. Okay. Gotta work on all of them.
Okay, y'all. If y'all want to see where the fruits of the Spirit are, go to Galatians 5:22 through 23. But the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, long-suffering. Y'all, this is the state that you're in right now. If you are feeling lonely, long-suffering.
It's a fruit. That means it's good.
It's a fruit. That means it's going to ripe. It's sweet. It's great. It's coming. It's coming. Gentleness, goodness, faith, meekness, and temperance. Against these, there is no law, y'all. God has nothing if you show these character traits. There's nothing that you can do wrong if you are showing these character traits. And they that are Christ have crucified the flesh with the affections and lusts. If we live in the Spirit, let us also walk in the Spirit. So not alone should you have these things, your life should be a living testimony of these things. People should be able to see love on you. People should be able to see joy on you. People should be able to see peace. People should be able to see meekness, which is another word of humbleness. People should be able to see all those aspects within you and on you in your daily walk. Just not when you at church. Just not when you standing up at a podium giving a speech. Every day, people should be able to see those things. Now, don't get it wrong. There are some days where, people do get on your nerves and but you really just have to go do a heart check like, God, that wasn't it. That wasn't it. Fix my heart, fix my mind, fix my spirit, help me get back right. Sometimes you really got to still go isolate yourself when you feel like you're not in the space to speak or talk to someone.
Yes. This is so good. Okay. I'm so happy. These are the conversations that we have on a regular. Or daily. Every day. We always are having revelations and sharing them and talking, and it's good to have this. I just really appreciate you. I love you. So yeah, that's all we have for today. Shakira and I have some great things coming forth soon. Check us out. Yeah. So we will let you all know when we're bringing them to the forefront, and we pray for your support.
Yes. And this is the other thing I'm going to say. Yeah. 2017, y'all. It's about to be an amazing year. An amazing year. Yeah. Everyone over here worried about, nervous about, scared about, fearful of Donald Trump. It's okay. It's okay. I'm not worried about Donald at all. Because of what did God say, that there's going to come a time where what's been laid up for the rich is about to be given to the poor. I'm letting y'all know.
I receive
prophecy right now. I'm telling y'all. Y'all got to be able to get stuff you never thought you was going to be able to have in 2017. Just watch and see. Watch and see. God about to turn this thing around. It's going to work for everybody's good. And that is the end of this video right now. Ending it on that.
I love you.